Howdy everyone! Welcome back to Life of Clay for another sculpting session. Today, I will be showing you how I sculpt this large and intimidating 8-legged creature, the giant golden orb weaver spider, Nephila pilipes. And before we begin, may I ask you to please subscribe and turn on the notification bell icon to see more of my nature-inspired and other interesting sculptures in the future. And your support really means a lot to me. And now, without further ado, come bring the clay on and let's begin. First, preparing the armature for the abdomen using this 3mm aluminum rod, which I apply 2 parts epoxy on the tip and bulk it up with aluminum foil. And then form it into the spider's abdomen basic shape. Now, covering it with a thin sheet of Cosclay Medium film and shape it according to the reference. And now, adding the details including the grooves and dimples on its dorsal side, covering it with plastic film here and there to make the details imprint smooth and rounder. And here, adding the ventral details including the anal, spinnerets, and book lungs. And after that, brush it with alcohol to smooth out and bake it in the oven at 135 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes. Next is sculpting the cephalothorax. Using this aluminum rod which I flattened the tip, and I pre-cover it with a pinch of clay and form it into flat rounded trapezoid shape. This will be its foundation, and after this, I just cure it with heat gun. Once cold, I apply liquid polymer clay on it and cover it with a thin sheet of clay and shape it based on the reference. Then, adding all the details including its carapace, sternum, and chelicerae. And just a short facts about our subject here. The giant golden orb weaver Nephila pilipes is a large tropical spider found throughout Southeast Asia, Japan, India, and Australia, in forests, in gardens, and near water, often residing in humid and shaded areas. Recognized for weaving massive vertical asymmetric strong webs up to 1.5 meters wide with silk glitters golden in the sun. Females are among the largest web-spinning spiders and can grow up to a body length of 50 mm with yellow-black striped legs, while males are reddish-brown in coloration and only 5 to 6 mm long, presenting extreme sexual dimorphism. They are generally stationary in their webs and rarely leave them. They feed on a variety of prey ranging from small flies to locusts and even small snakes and birds. And unlike many orb weavers that hide egg sacs, Nephila pilipes females dig a pit, lay eggs, and cover them with debris. Although large and intimidating, their bite is generally harmless to humans, often resulting only in minor temporary pain, and they are crucial for controlling insects. And going back, here I'm adding the coxae, shaping them out of these small cut pieces of clay. Now embedding these tiny balls for the eyes, which I first add shallow poke holes to ensure the bond. Brush it with alcohol to smooth out and add poke holes on all the coxae. And after that, I cure it using heat gun and proceed in joining them together. And now joining the cephalothorax and abdomen together. I first pull out the rod of the abdomen and trim off the rod of the cephalothorax a little bit, and pouring in glue to the abdomen's hole and connect them together. Now filling the gap using 2 parts epoxy and refining its shape. After that, I just set it aside and let it cure. I used this 0.5mm stainless steel wire for the legs and pedipalp's armature, which I fashioned into shape based on the reference. Now, covering them with thin strips of clay, close the seam and shape them out into a very slender shape. It's really tricky to shape slender limbs like this one because the wire, though hard enough, vibrates especially when working on the tip. But of course, patience is the key. Art, after all, can't be rushed. And now adding all the segment details and refining them. And for the pedipalps, the same technique is applied. And to oven they go, using the same oven parameters. For the fangs, I just roll out a very thin noodle of black colored clay and cut 2 small pieces out of it and roll them out on one end to form into conical shape. I just curve them slightly and after that cure them with heat gun, setting them aside and let's proceed in painting stage. First, I prime it with gray gesso and paint it with black for the base color. Now adding the dots and linear patterns using titanium white and bash yellow. And all the materials used for this project are listed in the description box down below, so kindly check them out. And by the way, the links where you can follow me and my works are also listed down there, so if you'd like to inquire for something, then you could reach me out through them. Painting its anal and the spinnerets with burnt sienna and a bit of orange. Painting the carapace with titanium white mixed in with a little sap green. And adding the black grumpy looking alien face pattern on its carapace using, of course, black. Now adding yellow markings on the underside of the legs and yellow-orange on the pedipalps. And now attaching the fangs using glue. And I hope you're able to see them clearly from this distance, for they are quite tiny. And now to final assembling we proceed. Still using glue in attaching all the limbs to its cephalothorax. I position them right after gluing as the glue dries quickly. And lastly, sealing it with semi-gloss water-based varnish. And there it is, our giant golden orb weaver spider is finally done. Hope you like our subject this time, and if you enjoyed this sculpting session, please leave this video a thumbs up along with your comments about it, and forget not to share it with our friends out there. There will be more upcoming sculptures that I will be presenting to you in the future, so to ensure that you don't miss anything, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell icon. And allow me to remind you again that you can also follow me in my other social media accounts, and the links are listed in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching and for your unwavering support. This really means a lot to me. See you again next time. Have a blessed day, everyone.